Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Maybe you thought I was kidding or just trying to be cute, saying, unprovoked Russian aggression or unprovoked Russian military operation or something like this, when sometimes I mention that. Because if you say that the Russians attacked Ukraine just like that, and without saying unprovoked, some people might look at you like you are missing something very important. The word unprovoked is a very important word that these guys want to make sure that we have it fixed in our brain. Why? We have to agree with the script that it was unprovoked. That therefore we know who 100% are the aggressors and who 100% are the victims. There's no way around it. So sometimes when I say these guys attacked, I have to mention unprovoked, because you read an article about the Russian invasion, it's going to be unprovoked. The word over there somewhere is going to show up. I have here an article from Ukrainska Pravda, from the Ukrainians, and they are very angry that a French TV channel made a report from the positions of Russian army without mentioning who started the aggression. Now that's impossible. Do you understand what that is? That means that someone made a report and failed to say, yes, and the Russians are the bad dudes here, and they started the aggression. And the Ukrainians read that report, and now they're upset about it, because they did not use the word aggression, who's the aggression and who started it, unprovoked, as the word unprovoked. Let me show you the article. It comes from Ukrainska Pravda. French TV channel made report from positions of Russian army without mentioning aggression. Are they going to hang anyone? Is this guy's going to be hanged? Or what? Oh my God, that's it. No, you can't do that. So the French TV, this is from June 17, 2023. The French TV channel TF1 released a report filmed at Russian military positions in the occupied territory without any mention of the wider context of Russia's war against Ukraine. They didn't use the words necessary, needed in the script, use that they have to use. The story, with a duration of less than 3 minutes. Oh my God, they should have said war criminals attacked the dam, what else? Killed children, abduct children, arrest warrant for Putin, unprovoked war. All these keywords must have been introduced in the 3 minutes, in less than 3 minutes. The story, with a duration of less than 3 minutes, these guys don't understand that they actually make a mockery of themselves, was posted on the YouTube channel on 15th of June and was viewed by more than 130,000 users. Oh my! In total, the channel has more than 230,000 subscribers. What are you going to do? Are you going to hang them? Where's Gonzalo Lira? We don't know and nobody cares. Just a few of us. The video includes footage of the road to the Russian positions, footage from inside the dugouts, brief comments from the Russian military about the ammunition and drones they are using against the Ukrainian military, and footage of them firing small arms. Well. Those 29 keywords were not used in that less than 3 minutes video. That's a crime. The voiceover never once mentioned who is the aggressor in the war, nor did they mention any facts from the wider context, except that the Russian military expects a counteroffensive by the armed forces of Ukraine and has been preparing for it for a long time. So they're not saying these guys, the French TV1, TG1, whatever it was, TF1, were, pro-Russians. The problem is they were not pro-Ukrainians. These guys did not mention certain things. Did not mention the Russians are good. They're not saying anything about that. They didn't mention the Russians are bad. That's the problem. Background. The last week, the scandal was caused by a video of the Hungarian government calling for the earliest possible peace in Ukraine. In the video, Crimea is shown as part of Russia. Oh, that was bad. After publicly and demarche by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, the video was changed and the original clip with the quote-unquote Russian peninsula was deleted without explanation. Now, does it sound like the free speech values, European values? European values, yeah, they're the ones, the Brussels ones. But you make your own mind. So let's say I make a video here and I say something, the Russians, let's say, the scuffle between Russia and Ukraine. I think that I have a lot of Ukrainians over there going into an, I don't know, apoplectic moment, or I don't know, a mini stroke somewhere because I didn't say all those 29 required keywords to tell everybody that those are the bad guys, the criminals, the blah, 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 and then close the video after I say the 29 keywords and not inform you anything else. That's the way they want us to think and to make our videos. How about I don't want to do that? Well, Mr. Kosman. And that's the requirement. That's a French TV. It's a French channel. It's not a, I don't know. Well, you have no authority over that. You have the authority to talk about it. But whining about it like that tells me who you are actually. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of press. No, you're expected only one narrative. Let me tell you this. There's not the narrative these guys give it to us, that's not the complete narrative. May I say it? And I was very mild because I'm on YouTube. Okay? I can say more about it. But the narrative these guys give us, it's not the complete one. It's much, much more than that. Well, by saying that, I think I committed a crime somewhere. Death sentence, something? Hanging? Stabbing? And I'm just a little guy with some great people following me, watching my videos, subscribing to my channel, disagreeing with me, agreeing with me, hating me, loving me, neutral. But there are interests out there. There are interests out there that would definitely would like to stop many people from expressing their views, dumb as they could be. No, you can't have that. And that tells you what kind of society they are building. And think about that. They are the ones that supposedly will go on the fast track access to the European Union and members of NATO. Those guys. And I'm not talking about your Ukrainians. I'm talking the guys in charge. Which the guys in charge are not in charge. That's my assessment. Not in charge. Not in charge. Those are over there. It's like the head office. And you have the field operational office. Now that's what the guys over there that you see. Yermak, Zelensky, Zaluzny is gone, Budanov is gone, all this, Danilov, as I said, I don't know if I said Ignat, all these guys, Reznikov, Shmihal, these guys are on the territory. They are the guys supposedly in charge. They are in charge of that little thing. The whole scheme, it's not from there. They're just some actors. You have like a little supervisor of the program, or the supervisor of the little thing. But above is the director or the program director, supervisor, this owner or owners, and so on. These are just little people over there. Not little people like little people like no, not that important. They're not. Their decision. They function in a very narrow left and right. They can't go too far. Those guys can go far as. Why? Because they are in control. So again, don't say certain things without mentioning the 29 required words, keywords, as I mentioned. Do you think that they apply this only now because it's war? And they say, hey, that's unfair? Do you think that's the way they view it just now? Or because that's the trend, that's the trait of certain people being in charge of the little field office? I think it's a trait of the people in charge of the field office. That's what I think. Am I allowed to do that? Is that a crime anywhere? Probably. Well, my friends, you make your own mind, but obviously I think we should be allowed to talk and make fools of ourselves as much as we want. And these guys are just showing their faces. Their masks are down, but the problem is they're not interpreted. You're going to see the mass media interpreting that way? Do you see the TF1 or whatever that was, Television France 1 or something? Do you think they would say, you want to say anything to that? The Hungarians changed that. Well, I understand that one. But you tell me what words to use when I make a report on something? Yes, that's exactly what they say. That was in the communist time. And those guys are not far from that. Communists were tyrants. Okay? And that's another trait of a tyrant. You gotta say it the way I say. I want you to say it. It's only one version. You can't do this. The Germans do it. And the Germans supposedly are Western countries. Western civilization. Germany. Blah, 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 blah. Remember that? I made a video on that. What's that? Can't remember the name of the penal code. 112 or something. I made a video on that. If you use certain kind of words or you disagree with something, you can go to prison from 3 months to 5 years. Now that's freedom of speech. So if let's say right now I say, well, man, you know what? I don't think that, I don't think the Americans were all good in the Second World War. Psst, go to prison in Germany. I'm just giving you I can give you, I did it in a video and probably I will do it again. But nevertheless, no, there's not free speech. You cannot contest or at least ask questions a certain kind of events somewhere because that's illegal. What do you mean? If I want to say that, let's say Bill Clinton is something, I can't say it. Well, Clinton, you say, well, okay, Clinton, you say, well, you know what, that's label here and not good, and I'm gonna sue you for destroying my tra-la. I understand that one if I don't bring evidence, but if I bring evidence or I say he should be investigated, I can call for that. Or I say I doubt that he's an honorable person, I can say that, and I can bring some arguments, or at least let's study. And I'm gonna give you Clinton, but I can pick on many others. But it shouldn't be forbidden for even questioning that Clinton is less than perfect. Maybe you know exactly what I mean. So the same with these guys. That's the narrative. You don't use those keywords, out. That's not freedom of speech whatsoever. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Imagine that this guy, a French guy, would live in Ukraine. Would they have arrested him, the secret police in Ukraine, like they arrested Gonzalo Lira, which I don't know exactly what he did, if he did anything, but I suspect that he just said certain things that he was not supposed to, or those people did not like it. Look what they told the French channel. Do you think they would care about Lira? Or, Psst, you gotta be kidding me. But we are too small. But even though, they arrested a Russian, Ukrainian, I think he was priest, or he still is a priest. Well, he had about, 40,000 subscribers on his channel, and it was too much for the Ukrainian media to compete with that guy. And they said the guy was spreading this and spreading that, and he's got 30-some thousand subscribers. Well, I got double. That means I'm double gonna come and me? It's okay. I already lived enough, I think. So for me, it's not oh my God. Anyway, we have to die of something. Anyway. And I think for me, I made peace with me. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart. I don't want to be so, oh my God, tragic here and all that. It's not about that, but I'm just saying, stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth and be just.